What's up, guys? It's FootballThanasi. Today is match day 16, part 2, and we're going to do an in-depth recap of PAOK versus Olympiakos. We'll get into that game in a second. Let's just go over the other games for match day 16. That was Baz Yanina and Aris Thessaloniki. Baz played well. They actually were not bad at all, but Aris got a goal kind of robbed from them. I still am not sure why it was taken away, but VAR took it away. I watched it a few times and I couldn't tell, but the game ended 0-0. Lamia played against Ike and lost 1-0. Ike got a red card, but Ansarifard had a beautiful, classy little goal. However, as disappointing as today's game was, there's still a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. PAOK started with a 4-2-3-1, and they ran a double pivot in the attack. Warda really played like a classic 10, and he had a good day today. Zivkovic also was always threatening. On defense, they ran a 4-4-2 with Swiderski and Warda attacking. I can't forget to mention Swiderski didn't start. Krmencic started, who actually looks really good. He kind of had a battle today and didn't really see the best of him, but in their last match against Volos, he was a pretty good striker. Olympiakos started also in a 4-2-3-1, and they also ran a double pivot at the beginning of the game. At the end of the game, they transitioned to a single pivot with Mvila playing that role, where he kind of drops in between Osenu Ba and Ruben Vinagre. It didn't seem to work too well for them. They were just pounded in the second half, to be honest with you, but they also did a good job of doing other things, not just pressing this. In defense, they also did a 4-4-2 with Fortunis up top, until I believe in the second half they made a few substitutions and Fortunis ended up in the back line for a little bit. I think there was a moment of time when El Arabi and Hassan were on together and they were both up top in defense, and then Fortunis eventually came off the field. One of the first significant moments of the match came in the 13th minute. It was a total FIFA moment, is how I put it in my notes. Mvila had two half volleys. The first one saved, the second one off the post, and then Madi Camara comes up and hits another volley, another half volley, and that one hits the outside of the post too. Valbuena was taking set pieces. I would rather see Fortunis taking them. I think Valbuena probably needs to rest his legs on those, especially with the form that Fortunis is in. I know Valbuena had a couple assists 2 games ago off of set pieces, but then Fortunis also had a beautiful free kick goal in that game. Krmencic and Semedo are dueling it out early on. In the 26th minute, Rusai and Valbuena switch, and it came to the type of situation where Valbuena and Rusai are kind of switching sides a lot. Valbuena kind of has that position to roam. Weirdly, there was a drop ball to Fortunis in front of the PAOK box. It was pretty strange. This reffing has still been strange. Even though it's not people from within Greece, it's people from outside of Greece that they brought in. I don't know. Sometimes they just seem uncomfortable, even with no crowds. In the 35th minute, Paskalakis had a nice save from a well-worked free kick. With these free kicks, so it was a nice worked free kick. They totally blocked Paskalakis' view, and Fortunis tried to put it in not over the wall, but around the wall to the far post, instead of how normally you would go over the wall to the near post. I don't know, like with Fortunis, you can probably just go for that upper left corner near post over the wall. You don't have to go for the far post and try to trick the keeper. But Paskalakis sees through the trick, and it's still a good save from him, and it's still a good free kick. I started to notice Rabchuk wasn't having a great half, but he's working. and he has the right attitude. He's like exactly the kind of attitude that you want in a player that's trying to break into the lineup, in a player that's trying to play. He was industrious. He has like a similar attitude to Versailles from what I saw. The first half was good from both teams. Could have easily been 1-0 or 1-1. I think Merg had a good chance early on, and that the goal from Vila could have gone in, and maybe Fortunatus' free kick could have gone in. I don't know. Then in the second half, Ingesson poaches a saved Warda header. Warda beat Ba in the air. It wasn't like straight up man for man, but Ba got beat. He was off his. He was not. He didn't have good footwork. He wasn't in the right position, and Warda got up and got aggressive. Forced a good save out of Josesau, and Ingesson is on the ball and scores a little poached goal. It's a nice little poached. So PAOK is coming out firing in the second half. They're pressing high. Olympiakos can't get out. Olympiakos keeps trying to play out and give the ball to Fortunis as their outlet. And what keeps happening is Fortunis just gets mobbed and fouled. That's PAOK's strategy. I don't know if they said this, they need to do this, but they did it. And they couldn't, Olympiakos couldn't get out of their half and couldn't break the initial press. Now, the reffing was garbage. And this is not going to sound great, but the reffing was in PAOK's favor style-wise for the match. The reffing was definitely not in PAOK's favor. Just giving them calls or giving Olympiakos calls. Just the style of reffing helped PAOK because it helped them play rough and shut down Fortunis without getting a bunch of yellow cards. I mean, there was a moment where I'll talk about this later, but there was a moment where a PAOK player just got absolutely hacked. It was a criminal play. I think it was probably Ba, who has just been wild the past few games. And I started to notice some things. Ryabchuk, left and right backs are important positions for the attacks nowadays. Very important. And I just seeing him in the attack, he was killing a couple attacks, taking weird big touches instead of interacting with and trying to play off of and combine with other players. It was a weird moment for him. Antjelovic comes on for Versailles at 61. Swiderski comes on for Kormencic, and Swiderski has a good time. Hassan comes on for Valbuena at the 70th. Valbuena needed to come off a lot earlier. He was not the right player for the game. He was out of his legs, to be honest. In the 76th, Fortunis takes a corner, and Ba has an emphatic header. It goes right through the PAOK's captain's legs. I don't know how. I don't think there's much that you could get Ba much happier than that. That was great. In the 81st, Bukalakis comes on for Fortunis, and Masuras on for El Arabi. And Solis comes on for Merg. I was surprised Solis didn't start this game because from what I've seen, Solis has been a lot of the attack, a lot of the push, and a lot of the it factor is coming from him. But now I guess since they have Warda, they aren't as nervous about not playing him. This is kind of funny. I don't know who was doing. I don't know if it was like a PAOK fan or something, or a coach or something. But there was one guy yelling the whole game, and you couldn't hear anything but him. Just rah, rah, rah. It was annoying, but it was funny. Okay, here we go. The game's getting really rough, and Ba, yeah, this is what I was talking about. Ba had this absolutely criminal tackle on Warda with no call, and it's right in front of the assistant referee, and it's not even out of sight from the center ref. This guy Ba, if he was in any other league, he would have gotten sent off 3 games ago. I talked about this in my other videos. He gets away with so much in this league where they are ultra analyzing offsides and all this stuff, just like in the English league. Just what they, how in VAR they try to find any way to take away a goal. And this guy Ba is just, it literally, he came in with a tackle, like a crazy slide tackle, hacks the upper part of Warda's leg, of Warda's calf, and then slowly gets up and just, and then points at the ball, lazily points at the ball, like, oh, I got the ball. Dude, you did not get the ball. You just hacked the crap out of this guy, and you didn't get a call right in front of the ref. So when I was saying that the reffing style was in favor for PAOK, the reffing style was in favor for PAOK because he wasn't calling a lot. The ref wasn't calling a lot, and it was giving PAOK opportunities to shut down Olympiakos' attacks. But the reffing was not in favor of PAOK in the sense that they weren't getting calls, because there were times when they weren't getting calls. There were a few times I can remember where they weren't getting calls. Ref, if there were fans in that stadium, you would have never reffed another Greek League game again. You would have gotten threats, whatever. Like, these fans are crazy. And I can't believe you couldn't perform in a crowd, in a stadium with no crowd. It was very poor. And he contributed to why the game was a little disappointing. I have written right here, Zivkovic had a nice duel on Rebchuk to totally beat him. It was beautiful, and then he doesn't get the advantage when he loses the ball. When Rebchuk fouled the crap out of him. I was saying here, surprised Zolis came on so late because of how important he is. And when he comes on, guess what he does? He hits the bar in the 92nd minute. He hits the crossbar. He does that thing where, that thing that you know what he's going to do, but you can't stop him. He cuts in, hits it with his right foot off the bar. Game ends 1-1. Pretty disappointing, to be honest. It was still a great watch. I'm not going to say it wasn't. But, like, if you're an Olympiakos fan, you kind of picture a 3-1 win is what I would probably say. And if you're a PAOK fan, you are kind of looking for a grindy, like, the best case scenario would be a grindy 2-1 result. Or I don't know, maybe a 3-2. Something like that. But no, we got a tie. It's okay. It was a good game. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Please go follow me on Twitter, at FootballThanasi. And we're going to have more games coming up soon. We got match day. We got the new match days coming up, so y'all can look forward to those. I hope y'all have a great night, and I'll see you on the next one.